Good morning, class 6. Today we will start our new chapter, chapter 8, body movements. Now let's see what is this. Now all of you take out your science NCERT, which is science textbook for class 6th. Now all of you open your books, page number 66, chapter 8, body movements. Now let's start the reading. It absolutely still. Observe the movements taking place in your body. You must be blinking your eyes time to time. Observe the movements in your body as you breathe. There are so many movements that happen in our bodies. When you are writing in your notebook, which part of the body are you moving? Or when you turn and look at your friend, different parts of your body move while you remain at the same place. In these examples, you also move from one place to another. You get up and go to your teacher or to the school compound or go home after school. You walk, run, skip, jump and move from place to place. Now, we will study body movements. Now, body movements, what are the body movements? Body movements are those movements which are taken place by our body. Okay, all the movements in our body, like we blink our eyes, we move our hands for writing, we move our legs just to walk and run, like, or jump, skip, like that only. So these are the examples of body movements. Now let us see how animals move from place to place by filling up table 8.1 after discussing with our friends, teachers and parents. Now as we move, as we are the human beings, we move like that only. Animals also move from one place to another. Now let's see how they move by filling table 8.1. All of you see table 8.1. How do animals move from place to place? Here is a table which is divided into three parts. First is animal, second is body parts used for moving from one place to another, and the third is how does the animal move. Now let's see. First is cow. Cow, body part used for moving from place to place is legs. How does the animal move? Cow walks. Humans, legs, walk. Snake whole body, as the snakes do not have legs, so what helps them to move? Its whole body, as the small plates or as the small plates are present at the snake's body. Okay, and how does the animal move? Slither means it just crawls type. Okay, then bird wings, they fly. Insects, some insects are some insects have wings as well as some have legs also. Okay, so some walk also and some fly also, but there are some insects who have wings as well as legs also, like cockroaches. So they can fly also and they can walk also. After that, fish have fins which helps them to move in the water. Okay, now let's see the paragraph. Walk, run, fly, jump, creep, crawl, slither and swing. These are only a few of the ways in which animals move from one place to another. Now these are the some ways in which animals move from one place to another. Why are there so many differences in the way that animals move from one place to another? Why there is a difference between these ways just for the animals to move from one place to animal? Why is it that many animals walk while a snake slithers or crawls and a fish swims. Why? Because they have different types of body parts which are used or which helps them to move from one place to another. After that, see 8.1, human body and its movements. Let us look closely at some of our own movements to begin with before looking at all these varieties of movements in animals. Do you enjoy doing physical exercise at school? How do you move your hands and legs while doing different exercises? Now let's see the human body and its movements. Okay, as you have seen that, let us look closely at some of our movements. Now, as we all move, we all do movements, but sometimes what happens? We doesn't consider it or we doesn't notice it. But now we will study all that movements. Okay, or they are before looking at all these varieties of movements in animals. Now, do you enjoy the physical exercises which we do at school? Yes, some of them enjoy it and some of them just like it's so boring or something what. Okay, so many of people enjoy the physical exercises because physical exercises gives us energy. Okay, they boost up our energy level also. So we should always do a physical exercise at home or at school also. Now, how do you move your hands and legs while doing different exercises? Now let's see. Let us now see page number 67. Let us try some of the many movements our body is capable of. Bowl an imaginary ball at an imaginary wicket. How did you move your arm? Did you rotate it at the shoulder in a circular movement? Did your shoulder also move? Lie down and rotate at the hip. Bend your arm at the elbow and leg at the knee. Stretch your arm sideways. Bend your arm to touch your shoulder with your fingers. Which part of your arm did you bend? Straighten your arm and try to bend it downwards. Are you able to do it? Try to move the various parts of the body and record their movements in table 8.2. Now, what is given over here? That first of all, what we have to do? We have to bowl an imaginary ball at an imaginary wicket. After that, how you will move your arm? What do you have to do? Or what do you think that did you rotate it at the shoulder? Did you rotate your shoulder in a circular movement? Yes, we can move it. Then, did your shoulder also move? Does your shoulder also move? Try it, students, try yourself. Then, lie down and rotate your leg at the hip. Now, lie down means just bend downwards or rotate your leg at the hip. Bend your arm at the elbow and leg at the knee. Bend your arms at the elbow and leg at the knee. Stretch your arm sideways means अपने arms को हमें sideways में stretch करना है. After that, bend your arm to touch your shoulder. Then again bend your arm to touch your shoulder with your fingers. Which part of your arm did you bend? Now, which part of your arm did you bend? First we will end the elbow and after that fingers just to touch it. Okay. Then straighten your arm and try bend it downwards. Now straighten your arms and try to bend it downwards. Are you able to do it? No, we can't. Then try to move the various parts of your body and record their movements in table 8.2. Now, here is a table 8.2 in which it is divided into some parts. The first is body part, second the movement, and movement is divided into some sub parts, that is rotates completely, rotates partly or turns, bends, lifts, does not move at all. No. Students, you have to complete this table your own. Okay, just try it and do the table 8.2. Then why is it that we are able to move a few parts of our body easily in various directions and some only in one direction? Why are we unable to move some parts at all? Now, why is it that we are not able to move our few body parts in one direction easily? हम लोग अपने कुछ पार्ट्स हमारे बॉडी के ऐसे हैं जिनको हम किसी एक डायरेक्शन में तो बहुत ही इजीली से हम लोग मूव कर लेते हैं, बट दूसरे डायरेक्शन में नहीं कर पाते. देन व्हाई वी आर नॉट एबल टू मूव some body parts at all or in all directions. Now let's see activity number 1. Place a scale lengthwise on your arm so that your elbow is in the center. Now you can see in the picture also 8.1, figure 8.1c, the boy, see the boy's arm. Here is a scale which is tied up with the boy's arm. Now ask your friend to tie the scale and your arm together just like in the figure 8.1. Now try to bend your elbow. Are you able to do it? हमने क्या किया, हमें अपने आर्म में एक स्केल को टाई अप करना है और उसके बाद हमें ट्राई करना है. Then now we have to try that are we able to bend it or not? We are not able to bend it. We will not be able to bend our elbow because the scale will not move or it will not bend because the scale will not bend with our arm. That's why we will not be able to bend our arm. So this, now turn page number 68. Now did you notice that we are able to bend or rotate in our body in places where two parts of the our body seem to be joined together, like elbow, shoulder or neck? Now did you notice that we are able to bend or rotate our body parts in places where two parts of our body are joined, like shoulder, neck or elbow? Yes, we can. These places are called joints. Now where the places where two body parts are joined, that place is known as joints. Now can you name more such joints? If our body has no joints, do you think it would be possible for us to move in any way at all? Now can you name some joints? Okay, we will study these joints later on. Okay, in this chapter only we will study these joints. In our body if our body has no joints, do you think it will be possible for us to move in any way at all? Now suppose in our body there are no joints, or we can say that our body has no joints. Then will you be able to move your body? No, we will not be able to move our body because we need the joints to move, or the body parts where there is a joint, that body parts only moves. Okay. Now do you think it would be possible for all us to move in any way at all? What exactly is joined together at these points? What exactly is joined together? यहाँ पे exactly क्या चीज ऐसी है? What thing is joined? Exactly what thing is joined over here? Now let's see. Press your fingers against the top of your head, face, neck, ear, back of the shoulder, hands, legs, including fingers and toes. Now press your fingers against the top of your head, face, neck, nose, ear, back of the shoulder, hands and legs, including the fingers and toes. Do you get a feel of something hard pressing against your fingers? Yes, we feel. Yes, we feel a hard during pressing at these points. Okay. Then the hard structure are called the bones. Now bones is that part which is joined against, okay, or which are joined together. Repeat this activity on other parts of the body. So many bones, as our body is made up of so many bones, that's why, or there are so many joints which are present in our body. Bones cannot be bent. Yes, as the bones as the hardest substance or the hardest part of our body which we cannot bend. So how do we bend your elbow? It is not one long bone from upper arm to our wrist. It is different bones joined together at the elbow. Now, how do you bend your elbow? Because it is not a long bone from the upper arm to the wrist. Wrist means kalai. So it is not a long bone from upper arm to the wrist. Then how do you move your elbow? Just it is different bones joined together at a elbow. Now there are two bones which are joined at a elbow. Okay. That's why we are able to move our elbow or bend our elbow. Then we can bend or move our body only at those points where bones meet. We can bend or move our body where only at those points only where the bones are meeting or they meet or they are joined. There are different types of joints in our body to help us carry out different movements and activities. Let us learn about some things, some of them. Now, yes, I told you previously also that there are so many joints which are present in our body. So let us discuss what are they, because they help us to move, to do different activities and movements. Okay, so first is ball and socket. Ball and socket joints. Activity 2. Roll a strip of paper into a cylindrical. Make a small hole in an old rubber or a plastic ball and push the paper cylinder into it as shown in figure 8.2. You can also stick the cylinder on the ball. Put the ball in a small bowl. Now what you have to do? We have to take a strip of paper, then and after that we have to roll that strip of paper into a cylindrical shape. You can see in the figure 8.2 also. Now after rolling that paper, what we have to do? We have to make a small hole in an old rubber or a plastic ball. We have taken one plastic ball and made a small hole in that. Okay. After that, push the paper cylinder into it. What we have to do? हमने जो hole बनाया था उसके अंदर हमको क्या करना है? We have to push the paper cylinder into the ball. After that, we have to place a bowl above the ball. You can see in the figure 8.2 also. Okay. You can now see the figure 8.2. At the bottom here is a paper cylinder. After that a blue color ball and above that a yellow color bowl. Like that only we have to place all the things. Then does the ball rotate freely inside the bowl? No. Now observe the things. Does the ball rotate freely inside the bowl? Yes, it rotates freely. Does the paper cylinder also move? क्या पेपर सिलेंडर भी मूव कर रहा है? No, it does not rotate. Now imagine that the paper cylinder is your arm and ball is its end. The bowl is like the part of the shoulder to which your arm is joined. The rounded end of one bone fits to the cavity, that is the hollow space of the other bone. Figure 8.3. Now you can see in figure 8.3 that how the ball and socket joint is. You can imagine the paper cylinder like as your arm and ball is end. Okay. Now at the bowl is like the part at the shoulder. Bowl is like a part at the shoulder at which our arm is joined. The rounded end of our bone fits to the cavity or the hollow space. Okay. The rounded end of the bone fits into the cavity of the other bone. Means जो हमारा जो राउंडेड एंड है एक बोन का वो फिट होता है कैविटी से. दैट इज द हॉलो स्पेस इन विच द अदर बोन गेट्स फिक्स्ड. You can see in the picture also. Such a joint allows movements in all directions, and this type of joint allows movement in all directions. After that, can you name another such joint? You can think of recollecting the body movements we tried at the beginning of this section. Now, can you recall any of the movements like this only? Now, in short, we can say that ball and socket joint is that joint which allows a movement in all directions, as well as it is a joint where the rounded end of one bone fits into the cavity or the hollow space of the other bone. Okay. So this finishes our ball and socket joint. Now pivotal joint. The joint where our neck joins the head is a pivotal joint, figure 8.4. It allows us to bend our head forward and backward and turn the head to our right or left. Try these movements. How are these movements different from those of our arm that can rotate a complete circle in its ball and socket joint? In a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Now, what is a pivotal joint? Pivotal joint is that joint where our neck joins the head, where our neck is joined with our head. That point is known as the pivotal joint, and pivotal joint allows us to bend our head backward and forward, as well as to turn our head to our right or left direction also. Now you can try all these movements. How are these movements different from those of our arm that can rotate a complete circle in its ball and socket joint? In a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone rotates in a ring. Now, as the ball और सॉकेट जॉइंट में क्या होता था? बॉल और सॉकेट जॉइंट में जो भी मूवमेंट होता था वो सारे डायरेक्शंस में हो सकता था, बट पिवोटल जॉइंट्स में क्या होता था? इट जॉइंट्स is a joint where there is a movement of forward and backward as well as right and left, and in a pivotal joint, a cylindrical bone, जो cylindrical bone है, that rotates in a ring. Now our next is hinge joint. Hinge joint we will discuss in our next class. Okay, so class, now this much is for today. Okay, thank you class. Your homework is to read chapter 8, body movements.